evening. This is the 18 WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. Late winter severe storms overnight produced heavy rains, gusty winds, and a likely tornado that inflicted heavy damage in the Ireland area. Storms that began forming in southeast Illinois Tuesday evening made their way into the county across southwest Indiana. One major cell with detected rotation zeroed in on rural parts west of Ireland, promoting the National Weather Service to issue a tornado warning for DuBois County just after midnight. DuBois County Emergency Management Director Tammy Humpert says that the first storm left in its wake damage to several structures in and around the area. Since it hit at midnight, Humpert says that the dark conditions made it difficult to make any assessments of the damage that the possible tornado inflicted in the Ireland area. Humpert says that work as well as cleanup efforts began once the sun came up this morning.
We're going to get out there and do some assessments and just see what type of damage we have. I know we've got some turkey barns damaged, we've got some homes damaged, we've just got multiple things going on. It's a very widespread damage area, so it's going to take us a little bit of time to get a grasp on it.
Humpert says that damage is widespread and asks that folks stay clear of the Ireland area for the time being.
We need to respect the citizens of Ireland, and let's not go driving around in Ireland and looking at the damage right now. Let's offer our support to those citizens in Ireland that have been devastated by the storm, and give us, the emergency responders, time to assess everything and find out what type of damage we're dealing with. There may be a point when we are going to need some volunteers, and when that happens, we will get in touch with here at all the news media in our county to make those requests.
She also says that thankfully no injuries have been reported so far from these overnight storms. A representative from the National Weather Service's Louisville office was expected to be in the Ireland area today assessing damage and possibly making an official determination and designation of the possible tornado touchdown in Ireland. Area volunteers and homeowners alike were out in full force early this morning cleaning up the hardest hit areas. The Rectory of St. Mary's had seen broken windows, downed trees, and an electric pole that had needed to be secured from falling over. The Citco gas station had also seen wind damage to the awning over the gas pumps. And the house located at the corner of Green Street and West Church Avenue across the street from St. Mary's Church saw that their garage was pushed to the ground by what might have been the tornado. Crews worked continuously across town on picking up limbs, cutting down trees, and helping with the roof of the island areas. 3 of the DuBois County's 4 school districts plus all Pike and Martin County schools were on a 2-hour delay due to these storms. Classes were canceled altogether at the West Campus of Holy Trinity School, which is located in Ireland. Now, once the first storm that wreaked havoc on the Ireland area made its way into the northeast, residents were in no way out of the woods. A couple more lines of storms rolled through southwestern Indiana during the early morning hours today and again produced heavy rains, gusty winds, and brought down trees. The Jasper wastewater plant says that they had received nearly 1.5 of an inch of rain since midnight. By 8 o'clock this morning, storms had made their way to the east, and Humpert says that her office will pass along information of whether or not an actual twister was the cause of damage in Ireland, and to which its caliber once its determination has been made by the National Weather Service. Now, the American Red Cross is responding to tornado damage caused by storms in the early morning across multiple counties, including Gibson, Orange, and DuBois. The Red Cross opened a shelter in Gibson County for 17 people around 2 o'clock Central Time this morning at the Owensville United Methodist Church. The church is located at 103 South 3rd Street in Owensville, Indiana. Executive Director of the Red Cross Southern Indiana Chapter, Theo Boots, says that they are committed to supporting residents in these affected areas. He says that they will continue to work with EMA directors, partner agencies, and other Red Cross volunteers to make sure people have their basic needs and know that the Red Cross is always there for them. Individuals affected by the storms are, of course, encouraged to contact the American Red Cross Southern Chapter at 812-471-7200. Officials with the City of Jasper Street Department say that workers with the United Excavating will be closing Division Road between St. Charles and Klemper and on the city's west side. This will be happening tomorrow as well as Friday. The stretch of road will be closed beginning at 7:30 a.m. and will remain closed until 5 p.m. The street department says the closure is due to an extension that is being done to a sanitary sewer. Officials say that there will be no through traffic from US 231, and of course the closure is subject to change depending on the weather conditions for Thursday and Friday. Officials with the DuBois County Emergency Management Agency say due to the severe weather, the scheduled test for all of DuBois County tornado warning sirens has been postponed until Friday. This postponement includes the test that was to be conducted earlier today by the Jasper Police Department for the siren system of DuBois County. The scheduled test for the city of Jasper will be conducted at 4 p.m. this Friday, March the 3rd, and it will include the city's 10 tornado warning sirens plus the cable television interrupter system. The DuBois County sirens will be tested at 6 p.m. on Friday, March the 3rd. If you have any questions, contact the DuBois County Emergency Management Office at 812-482-2202. The Common Council of Huntingburg held their regularly scheduled meeting last night, and on the agenda was reorganization at the City Hall with the reconstructing of positions with the duties of office manager, safety risk management, and the addition of titles of transit director, along with the transit administrator assistant. Mayor Denny Spinner explained that this reconstruction will now provide a focus of these positions that will be more in accordance with what said titles, along with giving emphasis to the growing transit department while also staying on the Huntingburg budget.
With the changes in personnel, we saw this as an opportunity, and the council had their support of me taking a look at how our internal structure is inside City Hall, the offices that are here, the duties of all those offices. And through that process, we wanted to take a look at what would be ways to create more efficiencies, to have our departments run more smoothly, and to give emphasis to the areas that are growing in our city. One of the areas that is growing is our transit department. So the changes that were proposed and approved here this evening includes dedicating full-time personnel to the operation of the transit department. The report that was given showed the ridership is up, increasing very well, and is becoming a real necessity for our city to meet the needs of our growing population. So giving transit a full-time operation is something that was very important. Second of all, it was just restructuring some of the duties between our office manager and between our safety and risk management, making a clearer break between what are personal services and what might be more of a services or concerns about the physical state or the physical plant of the city. So clearly defining what those positions will handle was another move that was made.
City Attorney Phil Schneider defined how the City of Huntingburg provides gas services to new developers within the City of Huntingburg.
The city has a policy whereby it takes an estimate of the amount of total revenues that it will receive from a proposed extension, and if that extension, revenue from that extension exceeds at least 3 times the estimated cost of the line, then the city will extend the line for free. Any cost in excess of that would be borne by the developer.
Okay. The board heard from Water Superintendent Gary Mayer-Holtz, who proposed that the council consider replacing the existing water meter system, citing that the current system exhibits a fail rate of 5 to 7%. He invited Mike Epler of Criteria, a technology firm out of Evansville, to answer questions for the council. Epler discussed how Criteria provides remote sensors and hardware that could provide the water department with real-time data of water usage. By installing remote sensors in the metering system, water department customers would eventually be able to use applications that would provide them with real-time data of usage as well. Epler noted, along with Mayor Holtz, that the smart sensor has a fail rate of 0.5%, and the cost of each meter is estimated at $250. The board decided to table discussion on this matter for their next scheduled meeting. And make sure to keep it right here, because up next we'll take a look at your weather summary.